Hey again everyone, this is kind of like a continuation video of my intro video, hence the reason why I'm wearing the same thing. But I wanted to share with you all about my first week of pharmacy school. Classes officially started on Monday and I started last week. We moved in on Wednesday, yeah. And we had, first it all started with the white coat ceremony, which was amazing. I cried actually, and I cried for a number of reasons, because when I share with you all, I'm not going to share in this video, but when I share with you all my journey of how I got into pharmacy school, it was really all God. Like, God really was the one who orchestrated everything, and just the fact that I was able to sit in that ceremony and receive a white coat was incredible, a blessing, really. So actually, if you want to get a little info about all of that, you can check out my blog titled God is Faithful, and I kind of share that testimony with you all. But anyway, during the white coat ceremony, it was great. I received my white coat and official induction into the Doctor of Pharmacy program. Praise God. So that weekend just consisted of like orientation and a lot of things just to get acclimated to the school. I will let you all know that I am a transfer student. What does that mean? The pharmacy program here is it's a 6-year program, so students can start right out of high school and have 2 years of taking the prerequisite courses to get into the Doctor of Pharmacy program. However, since I just graduated college and I've done 4 years of school and had all those prerequisites already, I was transferred into the Doctor of Pharmacy program. So a lot of times you hear me say as a transfer or refer to myself as a transfer. That's what that means, really. So first week done. What did I learn in my first week? Pharmacy school is going to be no joke. But I don't say that to scare you, because when you have Christ on your side, you don't need to worry about all that stuff. But anyway, first day of classes, I was excited, but I was also very nervous. I was scared because every time I tell someone I'm doing pharmacy, they're like, oh, that's so hard. And I'm just like, whew. So the first day it was great. My professors seemed really nice. I had pathophysiology, and the professor's really nice. And I go into class. I felt a little awkward because like all the students, I'm like 2 years older than a lot of the students, but all the students had like their book bags and they were ready. They had like 10,000 highlighters, and not 10,000, but they had a lot more than I did. And you know, pens and pencils and their laptops just ready. And I was just like, it's the first day of class. Like, I have a notebook and a pencil and I just have a handbag. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like not prepared for pharmacy school. Like, I'm gonna fail. So, you know, that night I like went to my room, I printed out the lectures, I like got my iPad ready for class, and I got everything together. And then the next day, you know, class was a lot better. I was attentive and I was listening and I was focused, and everything was good. Like, you know, my roommates, who are amazing, they like, you know, were studying the first night, and I was just like, okay, I should probably study too. So, you know, I went to my room, I read ahead for the class. Like, I was reading the lecture notes and reading the textbook regarding the lecture for the next class, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this. And you know, the next few classes were great, but it was just very overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie with you all, it was very overwhelming because I was trying so hard to, you know, be focused, but everything was new for me. A lot of these students were here for 2 years, so they're very used to the campus, and I'm not. So it was a lot to have to adjust to a new school, and then new professors and new ways of teaching and even learning. So, you know, I really try to stay on top of things because I did not want to fall behind, because even though I'm a transfer, that's no excuse. We're all in the same program and the grades are just the same. So I had to like get a mindset, I had to pray. Like, God, please help me, because I was scared. I was so scared that I was gonna fall behind, and it was only like the second day of classes. I was doing so well, actually, so well, until Friday. I was ready, I had my books ready, I had my lecture notes, I was set. And then I look around, see all the students, and it's like, okay, like they're all working on like some like worksheet, and I'm like, oh, that's probably from the previous class that I'm not in, that a lot of students are taking. Don't worry about it, Donicia. So I'm like ready, focused. I'm like, okay, last day of my first week, I did a great job. Then the professor goes, so we're gonna go over the homework assignment, and I'm just like, you had homework? Where was that posted? So I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the first week of pharmacy school. I didn't even do the homework assignment, but it wasn't that big of a deal because she went over in class. It was just an assignment to help us practice some problems, and she went over the answers, and it all worked out fine. She didn't have to collect the assignment, so no, I haven't failed anything. I learned my first week that pharmacy school is going to be a lot, but definitely you have time to manage everything. It's just a matter of taking advantage of that time. And I planned out my schedule. I got scared because I was like, oh my gosh, I have a quiz every single week. Not only that, I also have an exam and a quiz every week, and I'm just like, I was like, God, you sure I'm supposed to be here? But I know that I will be able to do it because I know who is in control, I know who's in charge, and I'm not gonna worry or fret, because doing that just causes so much unnecessary trauma in your life. It causes me to have a headache sometimes, and to quit even before I try. So don't quit. Don't get overwhelmed if you just had your first week of pharmacy school, or first week of school, college, your journey. Don't worry, God's got you, and He says it in His Word. So just some lessons that I learned from my first week that I want to share with you all. Do not be anxious and do not worry. I realize that even just as a Christian and in this walk, we get so scared because of what we see around us, the people around us, what they're doing, and we get caught up and anxious. You know, in a slight moment, I forgot who put me here. Donicia Courtney put herself here. It was God. So if God put you here, He's not going to leave you, forsake you, or make you fall on your face and just leave you there. Of course not. That He is my Father and I am His masterpiece. So that fear, that worry, because I was looking at the students and looking at all of that stuff and starting to get anxious, no, He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that for you. He didn't want that for me. But really what He wanted me was just to trust Him, to know that I am qualified to be here, that I have every right to be here because He put me here. So I had to realize that slowly but surely I did. And I realized that God really has a plan for my life. He has a plan for your life too. And my first week of pharmacy school, I realized that I do not need to be anxious. And I'm going to share this Bible verse with you guys. So Philippians 4 verse 6 says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Don't worry about anything. Like He says it in His Word right there. Do not worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. And I will be honest with you, the first week I was so caught up in trying to be ahead and trying to be on top of things, I wasn't praying. I didn't seek out God, and that's where that anxiousness came from. So when I realized that, you know, I did have to take a step back and say, okay, it's time for you to pray. You're worried? Pray. You're anxious? Then pray. God did not put you here to leave you, to fail you. He didn't. And I had to have that encouragement and that push. So Philippians 4 verse 6 really helped me out this week. My first week is done. It went by incredibly fast. But some tips that I will share is check Blackboard. If the professor posts stuff, read it. Look at the lectures before you go to class, because they just might have homework assignments attached to them. But yeah, just stay on top of things, don't fall behind, and really try to just trust God with everything. My first week, I lacked in that a little bit, but I don't need to get anxious or worried or scared because I know who's in control. This week, definitely, I would encourage you guys, if you're starting school, or if you are just starting a new journey in your life, not even necessarily school, trust God. Don't look at those who are around you, because their purpose is not your purpose, and He has brought you this far, and I can promise you He's not going to leave you. There were so many times I thought God was going to leave me, and He didn't. He didn't. I'm still here. But do not look to the left, do not look to the right, but just look up and focus on the one who has brought you this far, and the one who will not leave you, the one who has created you to be His masterpiece. So I hope that you're encouraged by this video. If you have any questions about my first week, please ask them below. I'm more than willing to answer your questions if I can. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to be His masterpiece. I'm gonna go study because I do have a quiz this week, and I really hope that you all have a great week. Pray for me. I'll be praying for you, all who are watching. Be His masterpiece, everyone.